Hello, everybody, and welcome in another episode of Creator Show. I'm Polly, and in today's episode, I've got a beautiful panel of three amazing souls. Guys, would you like to introduce yourself very quickly?
Yep. I guess me then, yeah.
You felt the eye contact, you right?
Oh, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, my name's Steve, and do all the branding for I Am Creator, and that's pretty much all I do.
Yes, guys, I would like to say big round of applause. Welcome, Steve. And then we've got a beautiful
Nash. Hello, everyone. So it is Nash, and it's really nice to be back again. And I will pass the mic to our Andre Joshua.
There's a funny story about that. My name is not Andre Joshua, but namaste everybody. Good to see you guys. Yeah.
That is Joshua
Wow,
Andre.
Yeah.
Joshua Andre.
No, guys, to be honest, no one knows what's his real name.
No, she doesn't know what my real name is. Everybody knows what my real name
What
is.
do you mean? Every time you introduce it differently, so every time I'm like,
Don't
is
worry,
it Josh or not?
Yeah, the last show we said we're going to have different Joshes, so.
Well, anyway, guys, today's topic is very interesting because what we're going to talk about, we're going to raise our vibration. So I would like you guys to share your own techniques, ways, what you do when you feel a little bit down. And as we know, it's a pandemic, the weather is not the best in UK, so sometimes we're feeling meh. So I'd be very happy if you guys would share your own ways, how you bringing yourself up and make a mood beautiful and a smile on your face. Who would
Okay,
like
I
to
will
start?
start. I will start.
The floor is open.
I will start. Yes. So you can tell like everyone is introvert.
Just a bit.
It's like, but anyway, so when I was not like high, is that right? What you're asking? When you're not high.
I mean,
When you're not high.
Well, that's a different question, right? That's a different question.
No.
What type of question? I think I misheard that question.
How high?
Okay, how do I raise my vibration during whenever I'm down? And like if you've been watching a creator show, although I'm not here all the time, but you may hear or not, I'm in practice, a meditation-based practice. So meditation is my way to raise my vibration, and it really just helped me to be calm and not to be anxious, not to be having a fake bipolar moment. The one that's smiling, meaning you
What she means
understand.
Nah, just when Nash is hungry. We give her food, Nash is fine.
Yes.
We've got some food there, just in case.
Food, yeah.
Okay, so food again, is it?
You see, food can be another way of raising your
Yeah,
vibration, though.
You know,
Food's a big one.
seriously, every time we're having creator show, or just me when I'm here, we were just talking about food. If I didn't want to talk about food, we'll talk about food. So that's I'm creator. It's food. Food is very important. Yes.
Or maybe it's you, Nash. Maybe you attract that conversation. Like every time Nash is here, we just talk about food. She's like, I'm not talking about food, but his food.
Yes. So yes, food as well, and meditation. Yes. And what about you, Josh? What do you feel?
What about me?
Yeah.
It depends. Like, I feel like there's so many different things. It depends, like, what people are going through. Like, sometimes it's like, sometimes you feel like that, like you say, that moment where you're not sure if this is how I'm really feeling. Is it just like a spur of the moment thing? And for me, I think the biggest thing that helps me is like morning and nighttime, like what I do in those periods, because otherwise I used to find if I would do something in the night where, let's say I'm on my phone, just scrolling kind of thing, then in the morning, it feels like I've got not as much sleep compared to if at nighttime I do something, whether it's some meditation, some breathing, something like that, then it helps. I could get less sleep, but feel more energized. So I feel like the main thing is controlling what's going on in the mind, what's happening in the mind, how much energy is being used for that.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Yeah.
clever.
Thank you.
How do you deal with it when you are under pressure?
Under pressure.
Have you ever seen him under pressure? Josh is always, I'm chill, be chill.
Yeah, right now we've got a Wealth Yogi 7-day program going on downstairs that I'm meant to be in, but we're here on the YouTube channel doing our amazingness. I feel like when it comes to that, it's just in my mind, it's like, you can have the practices that you do to like come out of the mental state, the way it's like a bit more stress, whatever. But one thing that's always on my mind is like, how can I keep that calm state, even when there's like those stressful times. Because that's like the biggest challenge, right? That life gives us. Like naturally, there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. And it's like, how do we know that even in the downs, you know, we're going to get through it and just maintain because we're going to experience the downs in either way, but how do we experience it to the best that we want? That's my mental state. But obviously we all have those times,
How?
those moments. How?
Yeah.
I'm answering the question.
She's digging and digging. A little
Um,
bit more, Josh. A little bit more.
what do you
Open up.
reckon? What do you reckon?
A little bit more.
What do you reckon?
Besides food and meditation.
That's just with the
and...
food again.
I mean, I said
Number one.
besides.
Number one, right?
Yeah. Oh, how will you?
I mean, for me, like exercise for one thing, anyway.
That's
You
a
know,
good
like
one.
if you like, I do like playing basketball, but we actually have a net, don't we? We need to play some basketball sometime.
Yeah,
but,
we haven't
but
played.
yeah,
since.
like when you're having a good game or something, that always kind of picks you up and
If
that.
you win, no?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't feel like, oh,
Especially-
man.
Because when you're like for me, I'm usually on the laptop doing a lot of design work and stuff and that, and then you kind of need to break up the day a bit. So getting a bit of exercise, going outside, even if it's just for a walk and that kind of raises the energies. But like music, also, yeah, watching something funny. So like, I don't know, have you got like funny playlists or something that you have on YouTube or
That's a good idea.
I
funny,
used to
funny
watch a lot
videos
of
and
stuff
that?
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
So you just
Now I can just watch Paulina.
Nash got front row seats to Paulina. We've all got front row seats to the Paulina show.
Just doing creator show and watch Paulina. What
It's my
about
turn.
you?
Oh, thank you very much. I was waiting for that. Okay, do you know what, guys? I think the fact that you're aware you can change your mindset is already a lot. Because I remember before I was getting nervous or angry very quick because of the stressful situations, and I didn't know how to stop it. So I was just rolling, and the snowball effect, I was bigger, the ball is bigger. I was like, oh, such a bad day. But now when I know that I can control myself, I actually quite often just closing my eyes and switching to some positive things in my head. I think about my family, about, I don't know, even good weather, good food as well. So I'm trying to bring some moments from my life that I'm actually grateful for. And there's so many of them. The fact that we've got 2 hands, 2 legs, we can speak, listen, eat, taste, smell. This is already like a lot. And we quite often do not appreciate this at all. Because there's so many other things on our journey that we're getting upset about. And it's so easy to lose the plot, you know. But I also do have so many people that I like to talk to, because I like to advise people a lot. But you know, when you're in a situation, again, you just need someone to give you this slap on the face and tell you the thing that you would tell to somebody. So I really, you know, and I'm happy that I'm in a circle of people that got the same mindset and good mindset, that I can feel secure, calm, comfortable, and I just talk to people, and they're gonna give me advice as a real friends from the bottom of their heart. And sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, but then someone just give me an answer that is not what I have to do, that what I feel, what I should do. So everything goes back to me, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it's actually my life, and I'm controlling my life. And you just need this reminder from someone, what you feel, how you feel. So then I'm always trying to like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna trust. I'm just gonna relax, because everything happened for a reason. There are no coincidences. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna trust the process and bring myself in a good track, then it's just, you know, it's gonna happen, all the goodness around.
I think that's the big thing, right? Like, because I know a lot of people, they'll be like, okay, that sounds good, but what about like my family that I'm living with, or these people that I'm living with, like they're affecting me or impacting me. So like, what would you, I know you mentioned that obviously hanging around with different people, what would you advise to someone who feels like their environment right now is like impacting them? Like,
I cannot just walk away from home.
yeah.
The easiest way is just join us.
Come on the creator show.
Yeah, come to the creator show, join our creator circle app. We are community with the same mindset. I've never ever, seriously, before I joined here, you know, you've got all this your environment around yourself. Some people are toxic, some people, instead of support you, they drag you down. And I remember my mom was always saying, just surround yourself with the people that will bring you up. you're not choosing your environment sometimes. You go to school, you just around people that they are around you. And then the fact that I joined this community, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like unreal to see that many people with positive mindset, people that just I was even questioning at the beginning, is this for real? Like, is it possible that everyone's just so nice? But
No.
it is.
We were questioning that about you, Polly, when we had the events.
It's just normal.
We have our events, and then we can see all the different Zoom screens, all the different squares. When we saw Polly for the first time, it was like, this one was like always smiling. Like, what is this person real? Like, what is she okay? All this energy so much. It's like she's got. Now she's like, now she's on tech. Like, who is this person?
Like,
My boyfriend next to me was like, who is that crazy one? Seriously.
So Polly was asking these questions about us, and we were asking these questions about Polly.
But
But you know what? No, because I was so happy. Because I was in the tribe already. So, you guys were spreading the positivity, how to love each other. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's for me. So I was sitting so excited. And every time that I was doing another event, I was just looking to be there, because people accept you for who you are, And like we say, your tribe is your vibe. And it's like so 100% sure. People that you hang out with, they can make such a huge impact in your life. And you change yourself because maybe you not maybe, everyone deep inside is a beautiful soul. But because of all these layers and all this environment and the way that we're growing up and difficulties in our life, we kind of forget that. Or maybe we put a barrier in front of us because we're scared that someone's going to hurt us again, that someone will say something not nice to us. So we kind of protect ourselves. So here I was like, oh my gosh, let me open up. So I was taking the layers and layers, and they thought I'm crazy, but I was just like, let me be me. But you see?
Yes, I think it's really important not to be judged. Like to be able to feel like, I can be relaxed and to be myself. I don't even need to worry about if I'm wearing pajamas, especially pandemic, right? We have a lot of online events, or you are watching the creator show. You don't need to worry about this, that. You can just be there and be yourself. But I think it's really, like, I think one thing Polly mentioned is about to appreciate yourself. It's really important because a lot of people are just always looking out. Like they forgot. In our society, we forgot. We're saying, who you want to be, who is your idol. You need to be this, you need to be that. You always have the expectations on you. And sometimes those expectations is the thing that actually lower your vibration, if that's a way, like, because you don't achieve that and then that make you upset. But if you learn to appreciate yourself, and I think that's one thing, why do we say I am? Affirmation is not just, manifestation, it's also empowerment. And I think that is very important when you know that I am Nash. I may have many different rules, but in the end of the day, I appreciate that I'm still here. And I made doesn't matter if it's crazy decisions, bad decisions, right decisions, or something that no one can understand, but that is fine. The fact that I'm here, still breathing, I appreciate myself. And I think that's one thing we all need to start learning. Yeah.
And you know what I think, like, because of us being in the lockdown for 2 years, I think there are going to be a few kinds of people. Some people, they actually understood and they dig deep inside and they found out who they really are, what they really like. Because when we've got this job, 9 till 5 or any job, it takes so much time of our life. And then after work, you're running to the shop, do some shopping, you go home, cooking, cleaning. And then before you even eat the food, you're like, so exhausted. So you need to go to sleep because in a second you need to wake up. And it's the cycle like all over again. But because of pandemic, some people, they had time to actually sit and think, okay, what I like. I've got time to listen to music, to cook, to enjoy, to spend time even virtually with people, or listen to things that I would never have time. Of course,
spend time with yourself.
Or with yourself, because you have no one to spend time with.
It's actually really important though.
100%.
Yeah. Because the people that we kind of connect with as well, hearing like a lot of people that are in London or whatever that are in flats, you know, at one point that's like the luxury, but then in lockdown, not being able to go outside and just being in an apartment with yourself, but then having these virtual things to kind of connect with, it makes all the difference really. But yeah, I think a lot of people have had quite a shift really in what they see important and like how they spend their time now since all the lockdown had kind of kicked in and that.
I think it's a good point, right? Like what you mentioned about the events as well, because sometimes with lockdown, people are like, oh, there's no way to meet new people, go out, but you know, there's always a solution to everything. Like even our events that we run, like we was running them like pretty much every week in lockdown. So that more and more people, and that's just like, yes, everyone else was locked down. We were like locked down in our events.
How are you doing during lockdown? Fuck. Sorry. I'm really too busy.
No, but this weekend's changed my life basically, you know, because I was looking for every another weekend, and I've met friendships with people that I've never seen in my life. Like you guys were for me people from behind the screen, you know, like I knew Josh for quite long from the events, but then meet people in real life is so beautiful. So I'm so blessed that I actually can experience that.
Does he look
You
the
can
same? Chinese way. Does he look the same?
Does he look
No,
the
it
same?
looks much better
Much
looking.
better,
Handsome
you know.
guys, but in real life is like, oh, woo!
What can I say? What can I say? No camera lights.
Delicious.
I'm just trying to be
You've seen it from the
nice.
beginning.
Guys, I'm just talking about the tribe and vibe. I need to. No, okay, guys, but to be serious, there's the one group of people. But unfortunately, there are people who went through this in a different way, who went in a deeper level. They got so depressed, upset, and they couldn't manage situation of being home because, you know, actually the cycle that they have of going to work, there was like a motto of their life. And suddenly when they stay at home, some of people say, okay, I can find myself. But the other group of people is like, who I am, what I'm going to do, I hate my life, I don't know what's going on. That's why actually I've decided to join events, because I've decided I want to help people like this, because I've seen around my friends that they were very positive, you know, and I enjoy so much good time with them. Suddenly I've seen this person is upset, this person lost the job, this person, you know. That's why it was my reason joining events, because I want to help other people come out from their problems. It's hard, you know, when you see people, especially if you care about them, and they're just going deeper, because mind is, you know, mind playing like a quite strong role, and if you're not taking the control, then it's taking over you.
Yeah, but I think I'm sorry. I think it is, in the end of the day, it's really about yourselves, like myself, because, you know, to depressed people, you can tell them, you can come to events. I lost my job. Oh, why don't you think another way can find a better job? And they will just think you're just easier for you to say, you know, because you are not in the shoes. And I think just, you know, we can only be there for them, you know, just we need to be patient with them. We need to acknowledge them, and maybe don't tell them what they feel is wrong, you know, because I think like my mom have really bad depression, and I myself, I don't know, maybe I have been depression or not, but then when you are in a situation, you know, in the end you may just choose if you want to continue or you don't want. And then if for people you are watching the creator show now, and I really want to say that you need to give yourself applause, because that you are actually trying to find help, and that is good, because there are also people that just want to shut down everything and they just go away. And for them, all we can do is really just be there for them. We can't even, you know, and yeah, so I just want to mention that on that note as well. I know that is really difficult for some people. You know, they lose, you know, when they lose job, it maybe means like the whole family cannot eat, but how can you? My dad actually been in a situation like he have 4 daughters, and he only have £2 in his pocket, but he never told us until much later. but he couldn't give up because he have us.
Mm.
But we also hear about incident that parents just kill their kids and then kill themselves.
Mm.
So in the end of the day, I think self-awakening is very important.
I think it's like the parts of the journey, because like what you said there is a really good point, like the fact that you know, so it's easy sometimes where you see someone going through a tough moment and then you're in a good moment, you're like, oh, don't worry, it's going to be good, this is going to happen. But in their mind, they're going through like something like super tough, and it's understanding that, you know, for them, I think what you both mentioned there is, you know, is also for you is understanding that when you put your goal beyond yourself, just like you mentioned your dad there, his thing was, it wasn't about him no more, it was about, you know, how can I make this work for my daughters, for my family. And then you mentioned you wanted to do these events because, you know, you wanted to help your friends, you wanted to have that positive energy. I feel like that's a good starting point in the fact of going beyond self. But then I guess for someone in that moment where it's a bit like, you know, everything seems so dark, it's understanding that, you know, sometimes in life we look at the greatest moments that we have, but one thing to know is like our greatest moments never come from our greatest moments. Our greatest moments come from our toughest moments, right? That toughest moments, if you can use that for fuel, and you know that when you're in that moment, if anyone is going through a moment like that right now, and obviously you're hearing this message for a reason, is understanding that you're having this tough moment now, you're going through this thing, you're seeing this, to know that, you know, use that as fuel, use that as motivation to step into that new life, that new positivity, because it happens. Like I'm sure we've all gone through some tough times in life, and you know, when you use it as fuel, use it as motivation, know that it will get better, then it will get better. And we're here for all of you as well. Always put stuff in the comments, you know, let us know how you're feeling. We're always here for you guys, and you know, we're one family.
Yes.
Oh, that's so beautiful, Josh. Like, that's so true. We guys here for you, and anytime we're opening our hearts to each other, right?
Anytime. I mean, the app is free, the creator show is free. Just anytime we're here. And just don't forget you're loved by many people. And that's why you need to be there for them. But for final words, Steve?
I'm intrigued actually about Steve, because Steve at the beginning of the show, he was like, yeah, I just do some of the branding, that's all. But the branding's like every single like logo, every single Mastery of Car Show I'm creative thing you see, this is the man that does it.
That's the man.
So I know Steve's got a lot of knowledge about like all this.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when we're talking like about raising vibrations and things, and you know, for me, I kind of find that I've got like a lot of hobbies and things that just like become a passion, and the more I do it, the more happy I am and stuff. And so like doing the branding, doing graphic design, you know, finding those hobbies and passions that you really connect with, and that, and you know, revisit them. They can, you know, they're the small things, but they're like gifts and talents that you have that, I mean, Josh is one of these, he can tell you how to monetize any, you know, anything can be monetized really in that. But like Nash, whilst you're talking as well, I was thinking like about like how you look after, you've got your pets that you look after, and you know, like, and when we're talking about family and things, like I've got a baby girl on the way, and yeah, thank you. And we've got a 2-year-old son as well, so and a beautiful wife. But you know, when you've got that right environment around you, then you know, you're stronger together in that. And whenever you need those kind of pickups, there's always someone who needs that support and stuff. And you know, it's just coming together. And I know that like when you look into I'm just thinking of Oliver now, my 2-year-old, a bit like when, you know, if I ever feel down, all I've got to do is go and play with him, you know, and I'm picked up again and that, you know. But it's just finding those hobbies really, that those different things that kind of light up your mood each day. Yeah.
But you know, guys, like sometimes we not even realize by us say a good word to somebody or smile to someone, we can really fix their day. You know, we don't know whoever going, what is it English even? Like someone's going through something and we don't even aware. So maybe sometimes when we're gonna just give a smile or say a nice word or give someone a hug, we can really, really change someone's day.
Yeah.
So it's just good to, you know, be good, spread good, feel good. Because, you know, we only live once in this human body. So what we've got to lose, right? So we need to raise our vibration anytime, every time, with a good food, lots of water, exercising, hobbies, spending time with friends, with people that we love, or just with ourselves. Listen to good music. I don't know, chilling and meditating. Any ideas? For me, it's the sun. Sun is such a vibration raiser. I love wake up with the sun. I love when it's the good weather.
Yeah.
So as it's not, I'm so glad, guys. I'm so glad, guys, you are my son today. So yeah, people can really help people by just being around them, right?
Yeah.
Nature is really good, I would say.
Yeah.
Walk, so just, you know, hug a tree, water a plant, animals.
Yeah. So
Probably just listing up.
like all the list.
I'm just trying to think what
She's
it's
got it
like.
written over here. She's just like animals.
Next page. Can you flick the page?
Yeah. Scroll up, please.
Yeah. And lots of love. Laughing is
Yes.
important.
I
Smiling.
think that's a big thing. Fun. Big thing for me is fun. Like including fun. Like just makes everything more fun, right? You just have those moments of just, you know, let go, be you, and have fun.
Yeah. Just enjoying everything you're doing, even that now is really a very challenging time for you. But if you put this, you will pull this through. I'm sorry, you will pull this through. In Chinese, we have a saying like, whoever going to be strong, there must be something. 天将降大
I
任
knew
于
she's
斯
gonna do it
人
in
也。
Chinese. I was waiting for that.
I'm like, sorry, Nash.
if the universe, the God, whatever, if you are going to carry a big responsibilities and to do something really big and powerful, and you know, then you will need to go through the challenges, because that's when you have there will be your resource, and you will be able to use them to be your tool. So don't let anything hold you down.
And I'm sure each one of us had the challenges already, and we overcome each one of them. So we're gonna overcome any other one that is gonna come. We're just gonna
Bring it on.
bring it on, another one.
Bring
Come
it
on,
on.
let me
Yes.
overcome. And they just make us stronger. Because okay, guys, just at the end, let me add. Don't tell me you had some challenge that you overcome, and then after a while, year, 2 or whatever, similar challenge came, and you overcome again, but with much more ease, because you knew how to deal with it. You know, your mindset is different because you already went through that. I was like, okay, and it's much easier to overcome because, you know, we shape us as well, and we're becoming smarter and stronger.
I noticed that even like with this team, like this invite, because sometimes we run so many events, we do so many things. People are like, how do you guys like do this much? And I remember when I first joined, like even a few years before that, like a challenge would happen. It maybe take me, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks, like get over that challenge kind of thing, or get through that particular period. Then like since like doing this whole like personal development journey, and even as much like joining the team, things that would take me a week, 2 weeks, it's just a case of like a couple seconds, and then it's like different. So I think that's the big thing, is just like narrowing that time between, you know, when something happens and then how you feel after. If you can narrow it as much as possible, then it really helps with your whole experience, right? Then you're not spending that much time in that thing, which is, it's not saying it's easy. Like it's still, you know, every day is still like, you know, making Nash's like, yeah, when Nash is like, Josh, what time is this starting? What time is this happening? But nah, it's I think it's just life, right? Life is a journey, fun journey to experience.
That's it.
Thank
Life
you very
is a
much.
journey. Wow, guys. Woo! We did it. We did it. Another episode of Creator Show. If you like the video, obviously, like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, that's the time. And smash that notification bell icon to be always aware of our new videos. Because we are here for you every single week to spread beautiful message, connect, and, you know, share this love. Thank you very much. Lots of love. And namaste.
Namaste.